Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Imperator Rome as we are playing as the Roman Republic. So one thing I'd like to do before we get started here, which I do hope you guys had a fantastic weekend by the way, but yeah, one thing I'd like to do is talk about the tax situation. I would really like to decrease the taxes in order to increase the happiness. We just can't do that yet though. That'll result in just too far in the negative obviously, but I'd like to do this eventually if we can get our income high enough. And that's because we don't really have anything to use the money for anymore. We're not going to build any more Great Wonders. It's too far in the game at this point to bother with them. It just takes too long to get them done. You wouldn't really get a bonus for very long. And frankly, the Great Wonders we're building here, it's pretty late in the game to be getting these Great Wonders as well. But, you know, we did kind of start late on the Great Wonder building. They are incredibly expensive as well. Since we're not getting more Great Wonders, we don't need the money for that. And then the other thing we've been using money for most of the game is to construct buildings to help with happiness and loyalty. And so it would just be beneficial to just decrease the taxes and you know, go across the board with the plus 10% happiness. But we can't do that yet, unfortunately. Now we could instead increase wages, but that's pretty expensive too. And all that really does is reduce the corruption of all the characters. It's helpful. It would help with loyalty and stuff too. But I don't think it's worth that much money. So we might just wait until we can decrease the taxes. That's what I really want to do, though. It is such a huge jump in the income, though, so that's kind of what the issue is here. So we can't do that just yet. But that would be my goal. And I don't know how many of these will help us with, you know, our finances. Yeah, probably not going to help a lot with the finances when these are done. But maybe might be able to get that high enough where we can decrease the taxes. That'll be my goal overall. We couldn't need to build the army up though, then that would get kind of expensive. You know, the maintenance. So are any of these in the capital? No. I did kind of set up some trade routes across our empire, particularly in the provinces that have loyalty issues, if they had a trade route, since it doesn't seem like the AI wants to do it for us. For whatever reason, I don't think they're doing it. Seems like it's not working. So they want to remove this governor here. And I'm actually, it's this governor here. He's actually pretty decent. He's fairly loyal. This would piss off the popularis. You know what? I don't really care. He's just doing his job. I don't know why they want to get rid of him. We'll have to get that up higher. As you can see, the Senate is not happy with us now. We have gotten this claim. This is what we're waiting on. And so we're going to be declaring war immediately. There's no reason not to. I'm going to stop all the troops from drilling here. And then let's go and get this war started. So remember, we'll be fighting 3 tribes here. So this little tiny tribe that we're attacking, this little tiny tribe, and then the one bigger tribe here. But overall, it should be a fairly quick conflict. Because the Senate doesn't support us, we'll get a bunch of tyranny. But you know what? Tyranny wouldn't exactly be a bad thing. That'd help us tick down this aggressive expansion some. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get the tyranny. Yeah, we'll be alright. And it's okay, so we're not getting cloth from one of these countries. I think these ones might have been the ones we were trading with. Alright, so let's go ahead and start out by attacking the fort here. We'll go ahead and take this unfortified province as well. I'm waiting for their armies for this guy here. That's going to be his job, but we can attack the unfortified province real quick. And then these guys will attack in here so they can then focus on the north. Now we'll likely have to fight a bunch of mercenaries again, as usual. And this what always seems to happen in these tribal conflicts at the end game. So we can't expect to have to fight some mercenaries to get hired everywhere. Lots of trade routes being added here. Let's just go slow this down just a little bit. We'll trade with these guys here. Alright, so now that that's done, and this is done as well, let's go and push these guys up towards here, and then we'll have them try and find the enemy. Doesn't look like we can go past here because of the fort, so we'd have to wait. Where would we want to have them sitting? We want to make sure they're not taking attrition. We'll just go over here and just wait until that other army gets up there. And again, just go with that national commerce income. We're actually taking aggressive expansion down slower, despite the higher tyranny. Okay. It's unfortunate. And we actually have a event about a pirate lair. You don't see these very often anymore. So we're going to dislodge them by force if necessary. I suppose we could start working on the next claim just so we'll have it and be able to use it whenever we're ready. Spices here in the capital. Let's see if we can't get something good. We'll go with the Egyptians here. Make sure we're getting that continuing to have this bonus here. Though it looks like we might not have needed it. I think we were just trading for maybe the happiness or something. I'm not entirely sure. It might just not have registered that we lost that route, though. I think that's probably what happened. All right, so just waiting for those troops to get up here. And yeah, I don't see us attacking them, but man, these two tribes are getting pretty large over here. Let's hope they don't attack us, because I don't really have much interest in fighting this tribe. You know, we're getting closer to the end game, so, you know, time is going to become more and more of an issue. Do we want to increase this as soon as we're able to? Yeah, once we get 41.5, that's what we're going to want to use our political influence for. We're also still building that city over here, I believe. I think. I don't think they're done yet. Yeah, they're not done yet. They'll be done on the 1st of October, 702, so about a year from now. Don't want to trade with the revolt, and it seems that one of our characters died, one of our commanders, so we're going to get him replaced. I really wish you could do it through here, like hire people through here. Why it has to be done through here, I'm not sure, but yeah, it does require that we do it through here, and it looks like our best martial character is in fact from the family that is unhappy, so it worked out nicely. Let's go and continue drilling them. And it might be better to have them over here, but our future wars will be over here, so we'll make use of that army. Honestly, we just have a bunch of armies kind of sitting around not doing anything. Let's go ahead and try and get these 11,000 here engaged. I think that right there should make them so they're no longer exiled. Could just make peace with them and then get rid of them that way. I suppose that'd be the best way to do it, though of course you do get that aggressive expansion for doing it. But you know what? That means we don't have to go down south. I think it's worth it. And then let's just put them to the sword to get rid of some of that aggressive expansion. And then this army can go and just stay here. Yeah, we'll have to fight those 20,000 men, which works out the best for us. Alright, so let's see. We got one fort left over here, and then that fort right there. So this should be a very, very easy conflict, guys. What's like stopping these guys from moving? Oh, okay, this is not the right train. Yeah, that's not an area they can move into. That makes sense. So yeah, it seems that this is all terrain we can't go into. Alright, so we'd want to go... I guess we'll go right over here. I think that's the quickest way, yeah. So we'll go right there for now. Alright, let's go and start moving in here now. We'll just take that one province, I suppose. I guess you might as well just stay here and wait. Can't really do anything until we take that fort. It's really stopping us right now. Don't want to trade with Thrace, and we don't want to trade with them either. So yeah, at this point, there's just really nothing else to do except for these two sieges. Again, this should be a very easy conflict. Oh yes, now that we have the 20 political influence, we should probably work to be able to declare war on these guys. Because yeah, we don't have a claim on them. How about them? No. Okay, so yeah, we'd want to go ahead and get ourselves a claim. There's clearly more pops in this one, so we'll go with that one. Alright, so by the time we're done with this war, we should have the claim, or be pretty close to getting the claim. 37 more days to get the monolith of Carthago. And that, remember, gets us all kinds of bonus. We'll get increased stability, so that should go back into the positive. We'll also get higher religious tech investments, higher siege ability, and the siege engineers. Just overall sieges are going to be much quicker. And with that national citizen output and happiness, that means we will be getting more research and a little bit more money as well. So yeah, it should be pretty positive overall. And once it's done, we'll take a look at the treasury situation to see if we can adjust it at all. And the governor of Thrace died. Okay, so we'll have to get him replaced. And let's see who the best choice is. We do have the Cornelius family unhappy. We will see if there's anybody good available. There's this character here. He's really not great, but I think we will go ahead and put him in place. Just try and keep these families appeased. Really the key here is stability at this point, you know, not so much money or anything else. Just trying to keep everybody happy. And we have finished up, yeah, we finished up our Great Wonder, and we actually have an event regarding this, which we could say our leader strength led us to this accomplishment, in which case the current consul, which how much longer is he in office? For a while, would increase 2 of his skills. That wouldn't make him better than the co-consul for the marshal. Also wouldn't make him better when it comes to the zeal, so it doesn't really help at all. But we do get higher popularity, so that's helpful. We can instead say tribute must go to the genius of our ruler, in which case we'd get stability, a big chunk of stability. He'd get the same popularity bonus, and it'd be the other two stats, skills that he would increase, which are those two that we're actually using here, and the finesse is absolutely garbage, so that'd be quite helpful. Or we could say the hard toil of our people perfected this colossal work, in which case we're going to get a 5% happiness for 2 years. Yeah, I think we should do this one, guys. I like that stability jump. Yeah, that's a nice stability jump there. Alright, so we now have higher finesse, thus more income. We'll let a month pass and see how our overall income looks. See if we want to make any adjustments there. Just waiting for this siege here to finish up. And I'm going to trade with them. I don't like the green, that color green. Don't like it. So we just got all our armies sitting around here not really doing anything. I suppose we can have these guys move down here since we're not going to need them here. Just get them preparing for the next conflict. Where are their forts located? Just see here. So they have forts, but we can't see them. Yeah, I'm not seeing them on here, but I know they have forts. Yeah, there's a fort right there, as is that one. So those are the two fort locations. So let's just have them move down here in preparation to attack these forts. One will go somewhere we can not take supply problems, so we'll have to go right there. Not take attrition. Alright, so just waiting for the siege. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so let's have these guys... I think we're going to have him go straight over to the next siege while he'll go over here to attack that tribe there, or that tribal army there. Okay, so that's a mixture of the two tribes and their troops. We do need to get another governor over here. This is an area where we might want to have a better finesse overall. It'd also be really helpful if we could get something for some happiness. Alright, I'm not seeing anything there. But we could go with this character here. Why not? We'll go with him. He has the highest skill. Okay, so we'll attack those 7,000, try and get them destroyed. There's another 7,500 in the capital, apparently. And is that... No, that is not us. That's some mercenaries that just got there. Alright, so once we get here, we're going to attack those 7,000. You can see they're trying to get away. I don't know if they're both going to get away or just the one of them. And we're not going to trade with Macedon. Who's these guys here? I do like they're pretty blue, but they're getting kind of big, so we're not going to trade with them or with them. We're not going to trade with any of them. Just trading with smaller tribes now. I don't want anybody to get jumpity here at the end. Alright, so we've wiped out those 7,000. Is there any other capital locations we have to take, or is this the only one? Yeah, it looks like that's the last location. So let's go and see if we can't get these guys here engaged. We cannot. We can't get past the fort. Alright, so let's just go somewhere where we're not going to take attrition then. So let's go back to here then. They might try and get out of there. I assume they will, and then we'd be able to attack them. There's another 4,000 mercenaries over here that's been hired. So we might want to go ahead and get them engaged. We'll see where they go. And then maybe we'll fight them if they come up here. But really this siege here is all that needs to be done. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the points aren't higher. Okay, we just had to wait for them to get all that occupied. Alright, so let's go ahead and just end the conflict. I don't see any reason to continue it past this. So we want to get that there, and then get all of this here. It's going to be 11 aggressive expansions, so not too bad. And there's nothing else to be taken, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and end this conflict, and we will go ahead and reduce the aggressive expansion. I don't really care about these minor characters now. Alright, so we finished the war pretty quick, so we don't have the claim yet, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and get some troops moved. So these will be our fighting troops. We're going to have them come over here, I suppose. And with this army here, we'll have them... we do have to consider the supply here. I did not look at it here. It looks like we're fine there. Okay, so we're going to get them all moving there. Let's go ahead and train the troops, drill them while we wait. We almost have enough military experience to get a tradition. So that should be nice. I'm not sure what the next one is or if it'll help us in this conflict or anything, but let me just take a peek, make sure all these troops here are training. We haven't looked at them for some time. Yeah, these guys are all training. Alright, so we look good, like we're good to go. Yep, they're training as well. Alright, so we're going to go with the overland route. And with this one here, we're going to go with the stability. Anything to boost that some, just trying to help with the happiness. Oh yes, that's right, I was going to take a look at our economic situation, because we are in a much better situation than we were before, but would still go in the negative if we decrease the taxes, unfortunately. Now, we could do something like this to keep us in the positive. That would result in more corruption, though. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait until we make more money so that we can reduce that. But not paying for the fleets helps. You could do this way here, and it's not as far in the negative, but once we have to pay for the forts when the war begins would just be, yeah, too far in the negative. So we'll just have to keep on producing extra money here. And I guess we can go and spend it. Go ahead and see if we can get some stuff built. I suppose we'd want to build over here. We do need more cities, but obviously political influence is too low for that. So we'll just continue to build in these provinces here. Now, loyalty here is going up, but just barely. Yeah, it's not going up by much, guys. So we might want to continue building throughout these territories here. Just try and boost the happiness stuff. Maybe get less freemen, since freemen aren't really all that happy here. Get another court of law here. See what we want to get over here. Probably get another court of law, or we could do an academy. Yeah, we'll do an academy. And actually, we can get one more building here. Okay, then. Let's go in and get something. Do we have a fort here? I think we have a fort. No, we don't have any forts in this province, so we might want to build some. Or build one, at least. We'll build one here. So we'll get one fort right there. All right, excellent. We'll go ahead and take a peek at some of the other provinces and see if there's anything we want to do here. So that one's not ours, but this one's ours. And we could build some more stuff here, so let's go ahead and do that. Though happiness here isn't really an issue, and loyalty is going up. So you might want to find somewhere where it's a bigger problem. Although, really, I don't know that any of these are problems at all. This one we've already built in. How about up here? Is there anything we can do here? No. Alright, well, we can dip around some of our other territory. We might want to look at our new territory, in fact, and see if there's anything we want to do in this. I don't even know where our territory starts. Okay, so this is it right here. We'll probably want to reduce some of the forts, I think. Yeah, you see that we have far more forts than is necessary here. Let's go with, I think we might get rid of this one here. It's a little bit less useful. It does protect the capital location, though, so there is that. You know what, we could get rid of this fort here, since there's all these forts nearby. And in fact, we actually have a lot of extra forts. I never went through all this territory, did I? It's newly conquered territory. Yeah, we got a ton of forts. Okay, so we could be saving so much money if we got rid of some of these forts, because we clearly have too damn many. All right, so let's just get rid of both of these then. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one here and this one here. So that'll reduce us. No, it doesn't reduce us below the limit. We still got to get rid of one more. So yeah, we were probably paying way more money than is necessary on fort maintenance in several of these locations. We need to get rid of one of the forts here. I think we'll get rid of this one right here. So that'll help. Let me see other areas where we might have too many forts. We're good here. So I think this is the only area, unless this one. Oh, this one actually isn't bad. Could get rid of one of the forts, I suppose, but it's up on the front here, so yeah, I think we'd keep the forts there. We're just trying to get them down to below the capacity limit, so we're not paying extra money. So in that case, since these forts remain here, let's just go and get rid of this one. Alright, so that should help. Let me just take a look at these other provinces, make sure that nothing is over the cap. Yeah, we seem to be good to go. Alright, so the other thing we'd want to pay attention to is locations that don't have any forts, and that would help with the loyalty. I thought I saw one, yeah, right here. So we'd want to get a fort here. Have to get rid of the tribal settlements and get ourselves a fortress there. Just kind of dip around and see if there's anywhere that doesn't have a fort, so they can't just easily take that state. And something for us to use our money on as well. Alright, so that looks like we're good to go. Yeah, we seem to be good to go. Alright, so we're still building the city here, of course, as well. Alright, so with that done, let's go through these territories. Let's see if there's anything to get. So we have one here, because yeah, we still got plenty of money for spending, guys. So let's go ahead and get ourselves an academy. Take a look at this province, and we will get ourselves a court of law there. And all this kind of help, because the loyalty is ticking down here, guys. Let me make sure I got, yeah, we already have the grand theaters and temples here. Let's go with a court of law there. Yeah, it's kind of building in all these provinces up on our borders here. This one here, I guess we can go and get ourselves a temple for converting purposes. So we don't have one yet. And do we want to get rid of anything here? Like, well, it does help with pop assimilation. We can get rid of the mill. Yeah, we'll get rid of the mill so that we can get a theater there. Alright, so I think that's it. We still have some money here to spend, so let's go and take a look at the provinces in Spain and see if there's any buildings open. So we do have a building slot here open. Let me see if there's one over here. Yeah, there's building slots over here as well. Okay, so I think it's because we weren't really having loyalty issues is the reason why we stopped building over here. So let's go ahead and get a couple academies, a court of law, and it looks like that's going to be it. Oh, you know what? That was it for that location. We do have money left. So let's go with another court of law here. Try and get that citizen happiness up. And you know what? Let's also go in the academy. It's just freemen is the ones we typically have happiness issues with, and a big part of that is because I don't build a forum, so I don't find them as useful as the other buildings. And frankly, freemen aren't as useful because we don't need manpower. Manpower is just not an issue, and I think we're broke, so we can't build anything. All right, excellent. So get these troops into their locations, get them training while we wait to get the claim here, which we are 36% of the way towards getting. The library here has a long time before we're done with that, 6,600 total days. We do have one disloyal character here, and he is a governor, so let's try and appease him if we can. Looks like there's really nothing to be done here, except for giving him free hands, which I'm not interested in doing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright, so maybe his loyalty will tick up some. Alright, so these guys are here. Let's go and get them training. Also, it does seem we have access to their territory. Yeah, because we needed it in that one conflict. So we'll let our troops get through there, and then we'll end access. We did finish up our city. Fantastic. They're now going to be producing glass. And that's right here. And yeah, the loyalty is so low that there's nothing we can do despite the... Yeah, there's really not anything we can do here. And it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, because that means you can't build a fort to improve the situation. There's just... Until we're going to have to attack these guys, frankly. Which is a bummer because I didn't really want to expand that much more here. I guess we wanted to attack these guys. Are they allied with them? No, it couldn't be that simple. They're allied with them. Or they have a defensive... They're in a defensive league with them. How about these guys here? Who are they all allied with? Just trying to find some way to just be able to attack these guys here. What about them? They're allied with this big tribe. Yeah, there's really no way to get a war with both these guys and these guys. That would be the best way to do it. Okay, that's a shame. Maybe things will change. The situation might change a bit before that one war in the south is done. So we can go with the archer offense and also a reduction in archer cost. Or we can go with the light infantry morale, which then leads us down here, which would let us get the heavy infantry maintenance cost reduction. Also another character with exceptionally high martial, which would be fantastic. Okay, let's go with the archer offense and archer cost, since that's the only one in this line here, and it would just help reduce our spending. And I think what we'll do here is take a look and see if we can't reduce the taxes now. We can. All right, fantastic. That's what I've been wanting to do. So we'll reduce the taxes, and that should increase happiness. I don't know if that'll be enough for this province. It's pretty close. It's just not there. That's a shame. Maybe as we get the aggressive expansion down, that'll change. Let's go ahead and speed this up as we wait for the claim, which are at 67%. Let's go ahead and do... Oh, let's see where they want to build this. Okay, so they want to build it over here. Don't really want to get a fortress. I also don't really want to decrease the loyalty of this character, but a foundry is fantastic, so we'll let them get that. And we're not going to trade with them since war with them is upcoming. So yeah, not earning as much money, which is fine. Because we've already kind of built in a lot of our territories. They're pretty built up as it is. And so money's not that big of an issue anyways. Let's go ahead and have these guys train. Although that's going to increase their maintenance a bit. And then we're going to go ahead end our access to them. Alright, so we're just waiting. We're almost there. And then we'll declare war on these two, and once they're wrapped up, the only thing I still would want to clean up at that point is this situation here. And there's two reasons for that. First of all, I don't really like the way this looks map-wise, so I'd like to get all this. Yeah, I feel like we got to get these two under our control. It's such a bummer, though, that it requires two separate wars. Again, I'm kind of salty about that, especially because you have to fight them, which I'm not interested in taking their territory. We might be able to do a quick conflict here. And, you know, just conquer these two states and then end the war, I suppose. Yeah, I guess we could do that. That's all I want, is this here, and then this, can't really see it here, but this state right here, just so we can fix the issue, which, by the way, is now going up. All right, well, it's about time. We'll probably get better as the aggressive expansion gets lower. We're not going to trade with either of them. And did we get the claim? Yeah, we might have got the claim. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, Lord. Let's do this one here. I'll have to lose a little bit of loyalty. And we are ready to go ahead and declare war on these guys. So we're just taking this one location, and we're going to fight their subject, their tribal subject here. Let's go ahead and stop drilling the armies, and then go ahead and get them attacking. So there's 3 forts and 3 armies. So we might just go ahead and attack all the forts initially. I'll see if I can't see their troops, and we can fight them real quick. And we will trade with them. Don't expect we'll be fighting them anytime soon. And damn, we lost the stone here, so we're gonna have to trade for it so we can continue with our Great Wonder since it's been halted. I was going to get some stone from anybody but Thrace. No, we have to trade with Thrace, unfortunately. That's fine. Hopefully we'll have that Great Wonder done. Okay, let's just turn this down a second. Alright, so we're battling them there. I haven't seen them hire any mercenaries just yet. We've already wiped out all their troops, and we're already at all of the fort locations. That didn't even have a fort. Okay, so we just need to go take that capital location, and then we're waiting on the 2 forts, and then we're done. Again, this should be a nice and easy conflict here. I guess we'll go after these guys next. This is what we're having to use all our influence for. And luckily we're getting stability from all these events, so that's helpful. When do we get our next technology? Oh, we're almost there. All right, excellent. Okay, so yeah, just waiting for these forts to be finished up. It's a bummer we had to go all the way around here, but that will allow us to engage those mercenaries, although I assume they're coming up to our territory here now. Okay, so we're done with the siege here. Let's see if we can't fight those guys, so we can take that capital location. Might not even be necessary to have these troops go anywhere, but we'll have them go there so that they can chase those mercs down, or the mercs are going that way now. They're still in retreat. We will trade some of that wine with them. I'm surprised with how many trade goods they're able to trade for. Alright, so I think that is done now. We just want to make sure we had the war score here. Not sure why those aren't flipping. Guess it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's go ahead and sue for peace and take over all their territory. Just 4 more aggressive expansion, not shabby at all. And we're just going to go ahead and get rid of aggressive expansion, guys. Alright, so with that war done, we are now going to be attacking them next. And I guess as soon as we get the next political influence, we'd want to do the war with them. I know there'll be a lot of tribes up here, but the point would only be to get these 2 areas, so it shouldn't be difficult to do that. So let's go and get the troops moving up there now. So we'll have these guys take this location here, just looking for somewhere where they can sit. Okay, so they can't sit anywhere where they're not going to take at least, oh, right there. Alright, so they'll go up over there. This is still our best general, right? He has lost some skill. He is still the best one for now. Yeah, he's definitely lost some of his skill. Let me see if we can't, if there's any other better generals here. Not really. Okay. With that in mind, let's just go ahead and have him come up here, and it doesn't really matter where he goes. I'll just go there for now. And then we might want one on this side. So let's go ahead and get the other general coming over here. Right there. Beautiful. Alright, so get all those troops from over there. We'll get them training once they're there. And now we're just waiting on getting the claim here. We're 31% of the way there. We'd also want to get a claim here once we get... Although I'm tempted to first tick up the stability. I think we will, because yeah, we're losing stability here by a lot. And we will trade with them. Yeah, just kind of wrapping all this territory up here in Gaul. That's really what our goal here is right now. Just kind of get all this territory wrapped up, finish up, make the borders look a little bit better. They ain't got to be perfect. I kind of want that province, because it's part of this one here, so we can have the complete province there. Oops. Well, it looks like we got one of the texts done. We got the oratory one done. But we don't have a choice of what we're getting here exactly, because we already know that we want to move down this route, which 3 of our advancements need to be done for that. That's the only way for us to become an empire dictatorship first. So let's go and do the rewrite the constitution. Oh, we can't do this until we've been granted a temporary dictatorship. Okay, so with that in mind, you'd have to, let's see here. We have to have 75% support here in the Senate. So we can't do that until we get higher Senate support, which means that we might want to just... I mean, we could also see who the next consul is and when he comes in, and maybe that'd be the better way to do it. But we'd have to keep the advancement open, which is fine, because these are really just penalties anyway. You get tyranny. The tyranny doesn't get ticked down as quick. This one also is negative. So you might just want to wait until you have all 3 so you get to shoot through it anyways. And we don't want to do it until we have as high a stability as possible, because the size of the civil war will be based on the stability. Okay, so with that in mind, I think we'll just sit on this advancement. And let me just take a look at who the next consul is. This consul is much better than that one there. How old is he? He's only 53. He would be the best one to give the dictatorship to, so I think that's what we're going to work on, guys. So we need to get the 75% support. So in order to do that, we need to get the populares pleased with us, which we need 25 political influence, and that's only going to get them 10 approval, so I'm not going to get it high enough. Okay. It is what it is. We'll just have to wait. We'll have to be patient. They are the most powerful, though, easily. So getting 10 for them and losing 5 for these two will result in a net gain. But yeah, it's not going to go up quick enough. Is there anything to appease them with? No, they don't have an objective, because we already told them no on their objective. So now I'm actually regretting having told them no on that. We should have told them yes. I didn't think about the fact that we needed to do the dictatorship. So that'll impact us now. Alright, so again, just waiting for these troops to get here so we can get them training. And which province is this? Is it a happy province? They're pretty happy. So yeah, we'll just go with this one here. We don't want to spend that much money. That'll put us in the negative. And we're not earning very much now because of the trying to keep the happiness up. But I imagine that our provinces, there's not going to be as many provinces that are disloyal at this point. We do have this one province that's ticking down. We also have this one here, so we might want to look at those 2 particular locations. I think the problem here is, we don't own the entire province, and we don't have any cities there, so that one's going to be continually an issue there. And then we have this one up here as well, another one that we don't have any cities, I think. So probably going to continue to be an issue here, guys. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Well, let me take that back. We could turn these guys on a harsh treatment here, although we did have the political influence. I guess we're not going to get the claim here. We're going to wait to get stability up. This province here, they are already on the harsh treatment, and again, there's really not anything we can do here because they don't have any cities. Now, they might not have a fort. Yeah, they don't have a fort, so we could build a fort, and that would help, I suppose. Yeah, we'll get a fort there. I think these guys already have a fort. Yeah, they have one fort, at the very least. Okay. We'll do what we can. Try and improve the situation. These guys are in their location, so let's go and get them drilling and them drilling. Of course, this is all costing us a good chunk of money here. Or, a good chunk of the limited money that we have, I should say. But we're going to pay for it anyway. And co-consul died of overwork. Okay, so it looks like we'll have a new co-consul, and he's not as good as the other one as far as covering our skills here. But I guess our higher marshal now is actually helpful, that we got that higher marshal. Although, you know, we didn't get the higher marshal. We got the higher finesse and the higher charisma. So never mind. Take that back. So yeah, I think his zeal might be higher than the co-consul. It might be lower though. I don't really recall. Anyway, that's the current co-consul. That means we got a different possible consul here, and he's really not bad. He's young, so maybe we want to have him be the dictator. I don't know. Again, though, we gotta wait until we get that support up. But we'll continue to try and increase support. Though I'm very tempted to wait until the next agenda, since we already know that we won't have that political influence for some time. Yeah, that's right. We get their commander replaced here. That's the Macedonian one. We got a level 9 guy here. He's not bad, but you know, we're not really using these guys, so let's just get a level 8 or maybe even a family member. And none of the families. Oh, we do have an unhappy family. And this guy's not terrible, but yeah, I'm not going to have him leading a legion. That just seems silly. He's just not good enough for all that, even if these aren't going to be fighting. We'll do this guy here. The family just had to be unhappy for now. Let's get him replaced and get him drilling. And who are these guys? Yeah, we'll trade with them. I like the blue. Alright, so we're just waiting on one army to get here so we can get them training. We're at 67.42% there. Need to replace that governor. Everybody's getting old and dying right now. Alright, so let's go and replace the governor over here. Maybe we'll have somebody from that family take this position, if there's anybody from that family. I'm not seeing anybody, but I know that there's somebody. So maybe the number here is being blocked. Which family is it? Oh, you know what? There isn't any unhappy families. Okay. I don't know what happened there. But I guess we don't have unhappy families, so we can put anybody here. Let's go ahead and just probably put a family member. We'll continue putting the Decius family in place. So they just have so many characters available. Alright, so we will not trade with them since we're about to declare war on them. And we're not going to trade with the Seleucids either. So we're waiting to get the political influence up to like 40 something. Also, it seems there's a food issue here. Yeah, they are losing food because the army's eaten so much of it. And there's only one province, so they don't have any food here. There's no routes to be traded for. So frankly, this army is not going to be able to sit here. We're going to have to get them moving somewhere else. Into just another province, essentially. It doesn't really matter which one, as long as it's can hold our supply. So we'll just go here. And then get them drilling again. Just so we don't have any food issues there. Now, the barbarians have risen up over here again. Although I don't see them. It looks like they probably only had 500 men or something. Yeah, because they have already dissipated. These provinces here aren't very populous, so we just don't have very many issues with the barbarians there. I'd love to get these guys to just join us, so I can have that one location there. I'm wondering if there's anything we can do here. Let's try and improve their opinion with us, and see if we can't get it high enough to send them an offer to become a subject. You know, aggressive expansion is not too bad here, so we could potentially get their opinion high enough. So we'll see. We'll see if we can't get it up to, what is it, 180? Yeah, I think it's like 180 or 150 or something like that. We gotta get a lot higher, basically. And we'll continue trading with them. Alright. So, almost there, guys. And we can turn this up to speed 5 to try and make it happen a little bit quicker, and maybe we can get the war started before the end of the episode. Well, I just like this one simply because we're getting some political influence, which would be very helpful. This character here, yeah, we don't want to decrease his overall loyalty, obviously, since that'll impact our political influence. What is our consul currently doing? Oh, we can't even look. He's influencing stakeholders. So he's trying to get that influence up. Okay, so we've already told him to do that. Just wanted to make sure that we were getting as much political influence as possible. So this would piss off not just him, but his entire family, because we're going to be replacing him, removing him from his current position, so that makes sense. He would be quite unhappy with that. We can instead say this, in which case, and I think that might be what we go with. Let's trying to keep his happiness up. We could even go with this one here and just piss the slaves off. That would increase our own corruption. You know what, let's do that. That'll appease the whole family. They'll all be happier with us, so why not? I don't care if the slaves are irritated. And I don't remember where these guys are at. Yeah, we'll trade with them. And almost there. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so we can declare war here. Let's just see who we want to trade with out of all these. They're all up on the borders there. Well, let's just go with them because I like their color better. Oh, we could trade with multiple. Let's do these guys as well then. Okay, so remember we're declaring war on these guys here. This is going to bring in their ally right there, which we don't really care about taking their territory. So it's really just about taking this one province right here. But we will have to have them come over here to make sure that their troops don't come down. Now, these guys can just sit here and train. We don't need them. And then here we'll just go ahead and attack the fortification right there. Should be engaging those 2,000, quickly wiping them out. And here we might just have to shadow those 7,000 troops since I don't want them attacking us. Oh, it looks like it's already over. Alright, well, we probably won't be able to make peace just yet. I would assume. We'll try and make peace. I'd love if we could just end this like that quickly. No. -8, and that's just because we haven't been at war long enough. So we might have to go into their territory, unfortunately. I was trying to avoid going into their territory, but whatever. They do have 7,000 sitting over there. But they are coming over this way. Let's just turn this down just a notch. It's going pretty fast. And don't want to trade with revolts, so we'll trade with those guys. Turn them down. These troops here, you might want to go ahead and get them moving just somewhere, because we have 7,000 here. And I'm not sure how high we'll have to get the war score in order to win this, but taking that fort right there should be enough. But we're not going to take that territory. The map already looks bad as it is. We might want to make them into a subject, though. I suppose that would be an option. I'd be fine with making them into a subject. Alright, so Carthage is prospering. Good for them. We could go in and get some stability, which is what I'm trying to do. I want to get stability as high as possible. This is only for 12 months, so yeah, let's get that. I think that's the best way to do it. Also, we can now perform a divine sacrifice. So stability doesn't tick down as fast. And I am curious to see just like how much this is impacting overall loyalty everywhere. Yeah, it's getting much better. That's that one province we've been having issues with. Obviously, this one's still, we still got an issue there. Yeah, there's still some locations that have some issues. Where is this one here? Let's just see. I'm not entirely sure where that's at. Okay, so that's here in Spain. Alright, well, they don't have a city here, so that's the reasoning for that. Okay. There's a lot of places in Hispania, states that don't have, that don't have any cities. We'll trade with those guys. And I don't know if I'm willing to go chase them down. They do have mercenaries over here. Yeah, I guess we'll try and get him caught. This is not our best general, but he's only slightly worse than the other guy. We have finished up the siege there. I'm wondering how much we'd have to take of their territory to get them to just submit to us. Is that the only... Yeah, that's the fort and the capital province, so the whole state should flip over to us. Just those mercenaries that might stop it a little bit. Alright, so now we want to go here and fight those guys. That should help tick up the war score, though it's not even necessary. But I guess we'll get their skills up. And you know what, let's also go and attack those guys. Get their experience up. It's all helpful. And is this a revolt? No, it's not a revolt. No, it's not a revolt, so we'll trade with them. Alright, so that battle right there is the only one here, and we're going to go ahead and do it, because yeah, I think we'll make them into a subject. I think that's the best way to go about doing this. Surprised it's not at 100. Oh, because they do have territory up here. Okay, so let's go and sue for peace. Okay, so we already took this, so we want to annex that. I don't want to annex that. And for them, we'd want them to become a client state. And they would be willing to accept that. It will increase aggressive expansion by 6, so not too bad. And yeah, they'll be a client state, so that works out well, because I would be fine with creating like client states up along our borders, as long as it's not messing up the way the map looks. Let's go and get rid of that aggressive expansion. All right, so with that, we've got a new client state there, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. So we have to attack these guys next. We need to get that political influence so we can get a claim here since we don't have one yet. And then we'll grab this state here, and that'll be all I want. So we might just make any other countries into subjects. They do still have their allies up along here. So yeah, we might want to make those into subjects. I imagine they're going to get more territory though, so we might want to take that from them. I don't know. We'll see how things look after they're done with their conflict here. But yeah, we want to put all of our troops up around here in preparation for this conflict. So see where the best location to put these guys is. Probably right there. And there's just not a lot of supply throughout this region. And we want to make sure they're in different states as well. So that works right there. Can we not get these guys over here in any province? Yeah, none of the provinces have enough supply limit for them. Okay, so I might just put them right here. Now put them in our subjects territory. They can feed our troops. All right, so let's go and get these guys drilling. We'll get them drilling when they get to their location. And we're just waiting for the 20 political influence now. Going to speed this up. Yeah, just kind of wrapping this up. That's really what this episode's about. Is just cleaning up our borders here, cleaning up our territory, up, you know, all those locations there. We did get both of the advances at the same time here. But again, can't really do anything just yet until we get that support in the Senate higher. We've been limited because we're spending all the political influence on other things. Now, the support in the Senate is getting higher naturally. I think these guys might be annexed soon, so let's just not trade with any of them. And both of these guys are training, right? Yep. So let's go ahead and now get the claim here. Now, is this the one we want to attack? We should look at that and see if we don't want to bring other people in. Because we just want to make sure we bring them into the conflict. And they do have 2 allies. No defensive league. But other options would be to attack these guys here. They only have 1 ally. But they do have a defensive league partner, which is that one right there. We're trading a lot with them, I think. So yeah, we don't want to do that. Who's the other ally of theirs? It's this one right here. And they're part of a massive defensive league. Let's see where all these guys are located. Yeah, I don't think we want to do this. This is too many. All right, so yeah, we'll just attack these guys here. Let's go ahead and get a claim on them. All right, beautiful. And that'll be the last one here, guys. After we're done with this conflict, we'll shift gears over to the Balkans and just try and finish up the little bit of things we want to do here. We're at 705 right now, guys, so about 20-something years left. And, you know, I actually will give them a bit of wine. We've been trading with them a lot lately. I feel it's only fair. Damn it, really? Yeah, that sucks. Because we do not have the money anymore for doing this. Yeah, we're going to have to take the penalty here. I want to get the happiness up for that province. That province is one of the lower ones. And we actually just got a huge chunk of money. Sometimes you get those positive events. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen from time to time. And I almost think we should just leave the money in the treasury since we're not earning much now, since we are, you know, we do have those decreased taxes. So we're really just not earning very much money. So might as well keep it in the treasury for now. All right, so we're probably not going to get the claim before the end of this episode, unfortunately. And were any of those in the capital? No, it doesn't look like it. So we do have those 3 inventions, but we actually need 3 inventions to go down here. 1, 2, and the third one here. Now, I suppose we can spend 1. Yeah, I guess we can spend 1 of them, since we're about to get another advance here. But then after that, I don't know that we'll be able to get any more, guys, because I don't know if we'll have the time. Yeah, we're not going to have the time. Yeah, so with that in mind, we might as well, we'll just spend 1. We'll just pick the 1 advancement that we want. Now, there's nothing really here in Marshall I was super excited about. Yeah, because you have to get 2 here to get the siege ramps in order to speed that up. What about the civic advancements? What were we working on here? Yeah, we might have been done here as well. Yeah, we got the trade ports. That was the last thing we wanted there. I mean, it could always go towards something else as well. I don't think there's anything that's going to be like helpful enough to warrant being our last ones. I guess we could do the 2.5% for the national tax, just to boost money a little bit. I'd probably better give the national commerce income though, plus 5%. Yeah, that's far higher. Although taxes is actually making up a larger percentage of our money, and a big part of that is because so many trade routes are open, because the AI is just not setting them up, and I don't feel like doing it myself. It just takes too long with how many just how many states we have. There's so many trade routes to set up. So yeah, I think the taxes one, would earn more money, but because it's only 2.5% compared to 5, that would earn more money. But if they were equal, the taxes one would earn a lot more. And remember, our taxes are reduced as well. So yeah, I could do that for a bit more money, since money is kind of short when we're not. Oh, you know what? We should get loyalty of governors. That seems like the clear option. Yeah, we already know we don't want the religious ones. So yeah, I think we got to go with this one. Get the loyalty of governors. And then we'll just keep the last two innovations here, last two advancements. And once we get the third one here, we'll just sit on those until we're able to take those. Which, remember, we have to get a dictator first. And I don't know if it's going to be this guy or if it'll be the next guy. This guy's older. It makes sense to do this governor instead, if he remained as the next consul. He's not bad. He's got the low martial, but martial is really not that important. The manpower recovery speed's helpful, I suppose. Army morale recovery speed's helpful. But yeah, not as useful as like the finesse, or I guess the charisma. Claim fabrication speed isn't that much faster. I guess finesse is probably one of the more important ones, as well as the zeal. So finesse is zeal, and those are the two that he's good at. So with that in mind, I think he might be the better option to be our first dictator. So maybe we'll wait until the next election in 710, which support in the Senate should be high enough for that as well. And yeah, we will trade with them. They're subject now, so now they get our goodies. And we're just going to declare war on these guys next. No, but that again won't be this episode, I don't think. Yeah, we're just about done with the episode, in fact. Oh, we need another governor over here. Okay, let's go and get him replaced. See who we want to put in place. We do have that one unhappy family, the Fabius family. We'll take a look, see if there's anybody. I'm trying to scroll down here faster. You know what? I could see going with this guy, I suppose. What's his loyalty? It's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with him just to get that family appeased. And yeah, we'll continue trading with those guys. It's all helping kind of boosting the income here, because income is much lower than it was overall. And we'll trade with them as well, though I think they might be part of this conflict, this upcoming conflict here. And let's also boost the national commerce income. Stability is going down slightly. With our next batch of political influence, not sure what we want to do with it, because I was going to spend it to boost the popularis at 25 political influence, but now I don't know if we need to do that, since we're now talking about making this guy, and then by then support in the Senate will be high enough. Yeah, let's do the strike the earth here. So yeah, we might use this for something else instead. I'd like to continue to get the stability up, because if we're going to have this civil war here, you want the stability as high as possible. Yeah, we're probably going to want that 45 political influence. Yeah. That's clearly the best option here, guys. We won't be short on the political influence. Oh, and the lighthouse here can be upgraded. Okay, so did we get to the last level? Yeah, we got to the tier 4. But we would want to get the full 90 political influence so we can upgrade all of them. And that'll get us more taxes, more import routes, more commerce income, military tech investments faster, as is research points here. Aggressive expansion is going to be better. War score costs, yeah, everything's just better. So yeah, I feel like let's go ahead and wait till we get to the 90 political influence, and then that's what we're going to do. Let's get them up to the full Great Wonder level. I'm glad we were able to do that with one of them. We might even be able to do that with some of these other ones, just because they started out at a higher level. I don't know, maybe that one. We'll see. Obviously the library probably won't be, because it's not even going to be constructed for another almost 5,000 days here. That's going to mess me up, that being able to get an invention. You don't typically leave that sitting there. We're going to trade with these guys. Go with the little guy here. All right, so we're almost there. I think what we'll do is we'll get this up to where we have the claim, so we can declare war. There we go. And then that's where we'll end the episode. Trade with those guys. We got a good chunk of money, so could also spend some of that on like one of our more disloyal provinces, though they all are starting to go up now. So that's fantastic news. I don't know if this, when we gain control of this, if this will result in the stability going down or going up. Hard to say because they'll be recently conquered, but at the same time we'll have all those trade goods. So I don't know if this will, if it'll be beneficial or not, but everywhere is currently going up. So that's fantastic news. Yeah, that's great news. You know what, guys? We're not going to spend that money. We're just going to declare war here. Next episode, right in the beginning, that'll be the first thing we do. Do this war against these tribes, and then we'll be able to shift our focus to the east. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.